Donald Trump just made an appearance at one of his Scotland golf courses, a leisure trip that is costing U.S. taxpayers $10 million, and you can put him down for a double bogey after he was confronted in epic fashion. And it wasn't just what was said that is causing this story to trend, but who said it and who he represents also has people talking. I have the full story coming up next. Before being confronted at his golf course, Trump was confronted upon his arrival. Watch as a question about his Department of Justice interviewing Ghislaine Maxwell, the imprisoned partner of his former best friend Jeffrey Epstein, sends his Scotland landing into a tailspin.
I really have nothing to say about it. She is being talked to by a very smart man, by a very good man, Todd Blanche. And I don't know anything about the conversation. I haven't really been following it.
And that is one of Trump's common tells. Whenever he says he doesn't know and he hasn't been following, you can be certain that he's lying and trying to create distance.
A lot of people are asking me about pardons. Obviously, this is no time to be talking about pardons. But a lot of people have asked about pardon. This is just not a time to be talking about pardons. Todd will come back with whatever he's got. You're making a very big thing over something that's not a big thing. You should be talking about, if you're going to talk about that, talk about Clinton, talk about the former president of Harvard, talk about all of his friends, talk about the hedge fund guys that were with him all the time. Don't talk about Trump.
Let's recap. He's not thinking about pardons, and that's worth mentioning twice. And he doesn't think it's a big thing, but he has a big list of people not named Trump who should be investigated. And when someone speaks of themselves in the third person like he just did, it's another tell. People unconsciously do that to disentangle themselves from predicaments. And since I'm not thinking about the people of Scotland who are hell-bent on embarrassing Trump, let's move on to more of that, leading up to today's golf course moment he doesn't want you to see.
He clearly wants this trip to be his running away, across the pond, across the ocean, from the Epstein story. But it still followed him. This was Trump's view as his motorcade made its way to his golf course in Scotland today. One sign there reading, "Release the files, you lying jobby." I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but jobby, Jobbie, which I learned today is Scottish slang for poop, so there's that. In case that's useful for anyone out there this weekend, now you know. Jobby, poop. And then at his golf course itself, a sign reading "Twinned with Epstein Island" has been put beneath the golf course's actual sign. There it is. It looks like it's in similar type that took a lot of planning, and they attached it. It looks like it was meant to be there. So while Trump is going to literally great lengths to try to get away from the Epstein story, it seems he's having a bit of trouble.
Now for the golf course moment. What is said by a reporter yelling from afar is important because similar questions are going to haunt Trump for a long time to come. But what's equally important is the source of those words, and I'll explain who it is on the other side.
Mr. President, are you enjoying the Scottish hospitality? Are you running away from the Epstein crisis? Mr. Trump, can you escape the Jeffrey Epstein crisis? Are you running away from the Epstein crisis? Mr. Trump, can you escape the Jeffrey Epstein crisis? Oh my God, what song are they playing? On the golf buggy itself with the president was the music blasting out, and I can tell you that the soundtrack to that particular part of proceedings here was Uptown Girl at one point. Then we had Elaine Page with Memories, that song from the musical Cats. And then came the most interesting of choices, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Make of that what you will.
So that was Connor Gillis of the Australian network Sky News. Sky News is owned by Rupert Murdoch, who also owns Fox News, the Trump propaganda network, and the Wall Street Journal, who Trump is suing for $10 billion for defamation relative to the Epstein scandal. This plot is thicker than Trump's bronzer. Obviously, Gillis is currently unrestrained in hounding Trump over Maxwell. His bosses have not told him you can't go there. In fact, it could just be the opposite. In the end, Rupert Murdoch, with all his wealth and power, might be able to do something the Democrats can't, and that is bring down Trump. He just might prefer to be the one swinging the hammer instead of getting pounded by it. Donald Trump will soon leave Scotland, but he won't be able to run from this question as reporters from both sides of the news spectrum keep harassing him for the truth about Epstein. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Please leave your truth below with a comment, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.
I hate Occupy Democrats.